Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You're brand new to the channel, you haven't been here before, subscribe. Do me a favor, hit that notification button. A lot of different stuff that we have. We've got short form content where we talk about Star Wars stuff, DC, Marvel, whatever's coming out of this stuff in the news. And then we also have a show called The Big Thing and Sith Council. So we hope that you join us there for sure. But today, there are some new images that came out. I think it's from Total Film. And these are the exclusive new images from Obi-Wan. And I saw a lot of these on Star Wars Newsnet. Our buddy John Hoey posted some stuff in there. And if you look at this one in particular, this is Obi-Wan walking around on Tatooine. He's just kind of doing his thing. And he's kind of burdened by grief. And we know from the trailer alone that he's got the he's admitted defeat. Who he's talking to, whether it's Qui-Gon or Yoda or nobody in general. He is bummed, and he's just doing his mission, and that's to look over Luke and just kind of live in solitude on Tatooine. So that was an image to where he's just kind of walking around, and he's dressed like them, and he's not in that traditional Obi-Wan garb. But that's what it is. That's that's him on Tatooine. So and it's kind of a familiar look also of the stuff we've seen on TV so far. So that's that one, and then they move on to the next one here, which is Obi-Wan now in that traditional garb, and he's walking around, and Hoey mentioned this on Star Wars Newsnet, and it's very interesting that this actually kind of looks like the planet that was supposed to be in that TV show, the George Lucas show that never came. I remember when Ethan Irwin and I were talking about it back in the Joel Silver days when they were working on this, and they had all that test footage that came out, and it kind of looked exactly like that. And it has a very futuristic look. Like, this is the type of stuff that I think that those speeders from Boba Fett, like, you could have seen them in here, and I'd be like, all right, that makes sense. That's where they are. Not as much on as in Tatooine, but he's clearly, it answers the question of whether or not he's going to be off planet. I remember everybody when this series and movie were talked about, like, well, what's he going to do? He's going to stay on Tatooine the whole time? Of course not. Something happens to where he's requested by somebody, and he's off there doing this. And we see this in the trailer, I believe, is also this where the new Inquisitor comes in, starts hunting him down, I would assume. But whatever he's doing, he's on the hunt there looking for some clues. And it gives me the Attack of the Clones vibe also, when he's got to go on his own separate missions, and he went to Camino. And so I like what we're seeing there so far of these images. And then lastly, this is the one that I think everybody's going to be talking about the most, because there was so much about Homie's head. Looks like Hellraiser and one of the cone heads, and I didn't care. There were some people who kind of actually touched it up, and to be honest, the touch-ups made it look better, more so like the original Rebels one. But people who don't know Rebels, what the hell do they care? If it's a devastating character, it's a devastating character. The question is, do you think that this image of him looks better, or does it look exactly the same? And this just seems to be the same type of image that we got from the trailer, but they're leading heavy on those three, right? You got the detective, Obi-Wan. This is the one I think stands out the most, though. Is Obi-Wan just, trying to fit in? I don't think it's going to last very long. You can't avoid it. So those are the new images from Total Film. I'm curious what you guys think. Did you like it? Do you not care? Are you excited for this series? And do you think by putting it out on the first two on a Friday, it's going to help or hurt it? I know the answer to that, but I just want to see what you think. All right. Once again, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Do that, please. And that's it. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. And we will see you next time.